we'll go ahead and do this first. The Perkins issue. Steve, did you somebody wanna explain your petition? Is somebody gonna speak for you all on this petition?
Yeah, along with myself and my friends and neighbors, we've submitted a petition to the city council. We've expressed our concerns on there, and I think they coincide with some findings that were discussed earlier today with the property that's in question. And we just feel like that maybe the city council should look at this, consider everything, and we would like to see some kind of action taking place as a result of what's going on the hillside up here. The people that I live with in Perkins, we are concerned about flood issues. You all know Jacksboro has spent thousands of dollars trying to mitigate the flooding in the Mountain Perkins Lane area. And this is the same area where this construction is getting ready to, is beginning, and we feel like that it's gonna maybe cause more problems in the future. And so that's why we're here today, and we wanna try to see if we can get something done about it.
Well, there's been some issues with, like where the stabilization of this is gonna sit, the backfield, all the backfield, and the water issue, and it's actually, the grade where it was at wasn't approved by planning commission. Now, this grade was, so what we're gonna have to do is we're rescinding what they approved. And the contractor will have to go back to the planning commission. And they have to re-advise on this, because from what I was told by the planning commission chairman, that none of this was never brought to their attention. It was just to approve the plats and the lots, splitting the lots. So, go ahead.
Right. But the thing of it is, if that plat map would have had the elevation, the topography lines on it, you would have had a more detailed picture of what you were working with up there. And I think Jack Cannon, you took him up there and he saw what was going on and saw the area that was being worked on. And I think the words that he said, he asked you, he said, "You mean we approve this?" And you told him, "Yes, you did."
The contractor, there's been a lot of stuff, some misunderstanding on he's the contractor, he's no developer, he just doesn't.
Right, and he's just doing the job, he's just doing what he's told to do, and I understand
him,
that.
and they did get building permits, but like I told him, there's void, because they're not void, they're not signed. Technically, before you're supposed to, if it was a one dwelling house or something like that, where it wasn't required field and wasn't no water issues, they could have got a building permit, went there and dug their footers, but where they're backfilling, it's gotta be stable ground.
Right, we agree with that.
And where all the water runs through that ravine there, that's just a natural flow of water. Like I said, we looked at it probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and even thought about maybe trying to condemn that and use it for a settling pond and slowing the water down. But that kind of.
If you'll read our petition, it talks about retention, talks about runoff retention, how to deal with it. Submit a plan on how to deal with that. I know there's some people in here my age, maybe older, but I think most of you all remember Haskell Ayers, Hack Ayers. Perkins subdivision was his baby. Okay, he's the one that designed it and built it, as he did many other places in Campbell County. Now, Hack was a shrewd businessman. You may not have liked the way he done things, and you may not have liked him personally, but Hack was a smart businessman. And you ask yourself, of all of that property up there that he cut up and cut into lots, why did he not cut that section into lots and make them building lots? So I called Paul Province and I asked him about that. And he said, "Steve, I won't tell you why." He said that was done back in 1996. And he says it just wasn't feasible to take that place and convert it into building lots because it just was not suitable for that. Okay? But we're in a different age now. We're in 2025. I know land was a lot more scarce than it was in that day. You could kind of pick and choose what you was going to develop and what you was going to not develop. But I'm saying the hack, if he looked at that and saw no potential in it, saw problems with it, why would it be any different today than it was back in 1996 when that subdivision was developed? That piece right there was left vacant for a reason. It was cut out 3.5 acres rather than cut out in 100-foot lots and houses put on it. Hack saw something there that just did not set well with him as far as developing. And I believe that myself, and I believe many of these people in here today, we see that as a compounding the flooding problems that we have already in the Perkins subdivision area. We just feel like that that's going to compound it even that much more.
That's what worries me with the issue, because I've been over here, this will be my 5th year, been on the council, and it's been problems since I've been there. And I know it's a problem. I mean, water issue. And, you know, I can't help what they've done in the past, and I can what we do tomorrow and
Right.
what's done today.
Right.
But, and we need to correct these, and Frank handles all those, the storm water, all the water issues, and Scott, can you?
Yeah, I can jump in right here. Frank contacted us after you contacted Frank when people realized that they started the project as one massive grading project. Then you fall into a completely different set of categories when you disturb that much property. If you disturb over 1 acre in the state of Tennessee, it requires a general grading plan, the stormwater pollution prevention plan. We've done a detailed analysis as far as the area. We know Perkins, and we've split the drainage sheds up. We've done a lot of work in that area. We know that the issues right now that we were concerned about was the sediment erosion control and the flooding downstream. Now, not only the flooding I'm talking about at Perkins in that development, but that creek goes all the way down to behind the courthouse, and there's where all of it collects in the largest flood area, but it all comes from that area. Back in the day, if when developers saw, oh, it's as next to the creek, we don't require detention. Well, that's more of a reason to require detention, because that creek then goes downstream and there's other houses below. And that's the purpose of a hydrology study, is to protect the adjoiners that live downstream from that velocity of the water. Once you put asphalt shingles, you put concrete, that changes the velocity, and that's where the hydrology study comes into effect. If they had come in and done one house seat at a time, I don't know that we would be here right now addressing the stormwater and the sediment. Now, the other concern when we looked at this today also was everybody always assumes that if, when you look at a TVA quad sheet, that's not a blue line stream going through this development. It would be considered a wet labor conveyance. But this particular stream, after they looked at it today, has the characteristics. It could be classified as a blue line stream, then which has buffer. As far as the windrows, we've talked about that. I've talked with the contractor about that. I had him seeding straw, the lower area down there to stabilize that, where they're actually not going to be building. They have installed some silt fence. The silt fence is not installed correctly. It's not been buried. We documented that, checked that. We kind of did a inspection as far as erosion control. The good thing is now the windrows, the trees that you have are temporary sediment barriers. They are helping, but the rains that we've got lately, they've been steady rains. We've had dry conditions before. We've not got that intense rain that's going to happen at some point. And we really need to get additional erosion control if it goes through a hydrology study and that's required by the planning commission, there's probably gonna be a need for detention. If you notice, nobody in Perkins has a retention pond. That's because back then, everybody said, well, it goes to a creek, you don't have to have it. But, you know, the bottom line is we've got a lot of people downstream that's a hydrology study.
Well, Steve had talked to somebody that had some flood issue there.
Yeah,
And when Saturday, the lady in the mall,
Yeah,
is she here or?
yeah, I don't know.
I addressed that, I was called about that too, and I went down and actually took the pictures.
The last week of October when we had.
It can't come from this site to get to any of those houses. It would be, we're talking about a big one. You couldn't do it. But I checked that out because I was out during the rain events taking pictures, thinking that we would probably have this go with water down below the site from what we had coming upstream, and none of the mud or sediment.
Did you have water getting?
No. I live throughout the thing, but
It was somewhere around where Marco, right there at the bottom of that first lot.
Yeah, I know, I looked at it, but, you know, elevation
I
wise,
didn't know if she was here, I'm sorry.
it can't happen.
But,
I addressed that.
and I've dealt with people, some of you all, with the water issues in Burke. And like I said, this needs to be legit, you know, like I said, what's happened in the past, can't do nothing about it. And we're trying to work with it however, but this right here needs to, it needs to be done the right way.
But this meeting's a lot more than the drainage issues too, because, you know, I think I've met several of you joint owners from our inspections that we've had on the site too, and, you know, and I think part of their issue too is the manufactured housing with,
Well, I wasn't gonna bring that up. I wasn't gonna bring that up till somebody said something. But we're just, okay, we're dealing with rumors now. There's rumors going around that they're gonna be manufactured houses. Rumors going around they're gonna be double wide trailers. Rumors going around they're gonna be Airbnbs.
Well, that's not zoned for.
We're gonna fight against all of that.
What is the zoning there, is it a R1?
We're just letting, let your boss know, we're gonna fight against that.
He ain't my boss. I just took a job for him. And I'm my own boss. If I'd have known this, I'd have turned it down.
But I sure think the only way that can be changed in there, the Airbnb, is the planning commission would have to change the zoning.
Well,
That's an
I
R1.
can speak on that. It's not going to be Airbnbs.
Is it gonna be a module? Short-term rental?
No, they're
They
selling.
can't have that thing.
But they're selling. They're going to be. These people are investors. They buy property just like this because it's scrap lots. Nobody, the guy you talked about back in the day,
Yeah.
didn't want to do it because back then they wouldn't have ever sold and made
Right,
nothing.
exactly.
Today, Tennessee is getting overcrowded with New York people, California people, because I put houses in for them all the time, which sucks, but I do it. They take and will buy anything. They don't even have to see it. They will just buy it to get out of where they're at.
And if we're not notified by the planning commission, then it's a surprise when you wake up and the excavators are on site.
Yeah, and that-
Kind of makes you feel like somebody's on the take by keeping it supplied.
And I would say something else. This is just an addition. When the workers did show up, it's inappropriate construction. It's just inappropriate. They have bad activities taking place on that property. There are no porta potties. If you need a video, I've got one. First day they showed up, and I came to the mayor's office the second day. I came to the mayor's office the second day after they had done that for assistance and received none.
I would like to see the video because
I've got it.
everybody works for me that's there.
I've got it. There's another buddy talking to him while he's doing it, so I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
But that's something that needs to be addressed as
Well,
well.
we'll get a,
Yeah, I'll say that because we normally don't put porta potties until everything is cleared in first because we've ran into the issues, if we put them next to the road, we've had
And if you
people.
don't put them there, someone will call on law enforcement and it's illegal.
Because-
Because it's
Just for
exposure.
future, you need to call the police, because I don't have a full-time job here. I'm not in this 8 hours a day, so if you have problems like that, you can call the police if somebody's indecent exposed.
Yeah, if you, I want to see the video, yeah, because if you see them, because what I was gonna say is, we've run into the issues, we've got porta potties and set them next to the road, and we've had people call and say, hey, there's a porta potty sitting on the road, so we've had cops come out and tell us we can't put it there. And sometimes, you guys know that piece of property, you can't put it on the mountainside, I mean, it's gonna fall
Don't you
over.
put a house.
But you can drive away and don't do it in front of me.
That's true, but it
But
wouldn't.
further, before something happens, before construction just starts, is there not a way that perhaps we could be notified or, I mean, is it too late?
That, I have no idea. I was just gonna say, because I know I've done work in a lot of cities, and that, most of the time, the way a lot of people get notified is if I see them out, I'll talk to them. Because I know for a fact that this has happened, like I've never had this fully happen, but I've had people come up, like, what's going on, you know? And anytime I'm out there, or any of my guys are out there, if you all want to know something, stop and ask. We'll tell you.
Yeah, they've been nothing.
Because I've talked to some of these. I think I've talked to that guy back there. I think I talked to him. There's a couple other ones I talked to, and I'll tell you, I don't care. It is manufactured homes that's going in there. They're not.
So is that going to decrease the value of our homes?
Yes, it will. Sure will.
Because I live next door, the next property over is mine.
Well, the way that the building planning has got it, these have to be permanent structures. So they have to, and the way Tennessee works now, if you take a manufactured home, you take it, put it on a piece of property, you put a permanent block foundation under it, you take the axles under it, it is a home. It is not manufactured no more.
And they still don't change. Still manufactured. The quality of.
Still
run my taxes. Buildings.
I get it, I understand, but the state, you have to take that up with the
Were they
state.
aware?
That's why we do.
Did they
Yes.
approve?
Yes, planning commission approved
So the
that,
planning commission approved for modular homes to be put in the subdivision?
because they was told it was manufactured.
Manufactured.
Yeah, they was told.
But they're
And
wheeled
what are the
in there in
guidelines
their
used to switch
We have
from
to have
5 to
it.
3?
We have no website here, we have no way of knowing what's going on down in
And
Jacksboro.
like I said, anytime you see any of my
Unless we see
trucks,
somebody out working. Really?
anytime you see any of them stop, talk to them.
I don't have a problem with that, with you or anything like that. I just,
So you're gonna rescind the permits until this is taken care of?
Yeah, it'll go back before the planning commission, and when they meet, I'll be sure to,
Stalemate until this gets settled?
with what now?
If this goes into litigation, will it be stalemate
Well-
until this gets settled?
Yeah, but now the part on the mobile homes, modular homes, what you're questioning, that don't have nothing to do with the water and the stabilization of the soil.
Right.
None of that.
Right. Right.
But we can require that, that's what I'm saying.
Didn't you say it couldn't be brought in on steel
So,
frame?
Shane, I got a question. So, if this is held up because of drainage, okay, and I can tell you I fought this for years because my house has about $30,000 worth of drainage damage right now from the roads. So, the subdivision was originally held up because of drainage issues and road safety. That was the two reasons that was given in your all's minutes. Well, when the minutes came through and you all approved the subdivision, all that was said was J.J. Dower and Paul Probbins attended on Hack's behalf. The problems were solved, subdivision approved. That was it. Never told us what was done in the minutes, nothing. Planning commission has no record. All of a sudden, there's no record, okay? So, are you telling us that if they come in and this drainage issue is fixed to their liking, like it supposedly was on our end,
Yeah.
okay, then there's not gonna be anything that will stop it through the planning commission, is that right? The planning commission is just gonna, that's the holdup with the planning commission, is the drainage, and that's all?
No, we're requiring the water study.
And that's what I'm saying, but if that comes back and they can fix that to your approval, that's gonna be the only thing that holds up the planning commission.
Yes.
Okay, so then down the road, they'll deal with what we're dealing with on my end.
Homeowners
Now,
association.
the homeowners will deal with what we're dealing with on our end.
Right. But
Question, what is the law in the city of Jacksboro for the weight limit on a city street?
weight limit,
Weight limit? Well, I can tell you what it is for the state, and supposedly Jacksboro follows the state code.
what is it?
75 to 80,000 pounds. So you're gonna roll 10 modular homes up through there, a piece, that'd be 10 trips. They're gonna be over your weight limit. What are you gonna do to that road that's already goes this?
If
It's already
if
broken from the
if
improvement
it-
that they've had there.
if
So
it's
what do you-
something- If it's
That
something
equipment we
like
got
that-
in there only, the heaviest piece is 10,000
It
pounds.
still broke the edges of the road.
So if he's got 10,000, so what I'm saying is, if it's a certain amount, they're gonna have to have, when they bring it in, they can't just bring it on in with a diesel truck, right? They're gonna have to bring it in, so that's added weight, plus what the modular home piece itself weighs.
Well-
You're gonna, okay, so who's going to find out if they're going to exceed that weight limit? Because,
We can find that out, and they have to get a state permit or
Yeah, they
something.
do.
So big.
Anytime they move a
yeah,
mobile home, they have to
so,
have a state permit.
and so what's that gonna do? And I mean, I know they're concerned for the back of the
Well, it's
subdivision.
been violated for years. They've been concrete trucks go
Yeah,
in.
so,
and out and
but
everything.
that's what I'm saying, because nobody said anything.
And what about the fill dirt that they're bringing in? Where's the fill dirt coming
Yeah,
from?
so that's my thing, what's it gonna do if it messes up the road coming in, okay? Cause you know what we've dealt with on our end, what are we gonna, who's gonna fix that?
The road that gets damaged, the contractor will have to fix.
Who's gonna hold them to that?
I don't know, we can't get out here and lay everything from around the.
Well, yeah, I mean, that should have been, this is my thing, before your planning commission, no offense, Greg, you should have known what was said was back there. The planning commission, we have a code enforcer, and she's put a stop to this, but that's the kind of thing you should have known. We should have known what the weight limit is, what was gonna be brought back in there. Was that gonna affect the roads? Is that gonna affect the rest of the drainage? Before we say, oh yeah, let's just bring 5 modular homes into a
They're
subdivision.
not over what she said, because they come in halves.
All that stuff.
I know they come in halves, but that's a half, because I've called Clayton's Home to find out.
What is a half of one?
A half of a house, anywhere, it depends. If they do tile inside and they do a really nice modular home, they can weigh up to 75,000 pounds.
That's modulars, these ain't modulars, these are
I know, but I'm
manufactured.
just saying, but, so that's what we're asking then, so it's not gonna be modular, it's just gonna be
It's gonna be
manufactured.
manufactured, and they can't have, like, Clayton's is only legally allowed to haul a certain amount of weight,
Right,
and they won't, they're not gonna be
so they're not
massive
gonna be
weight.
so there's your question, there's your answer on what you're getting ready to get in there.
Yeah, they're not,
When they built your house, concrete trucks came in there.
Do what?
Concrete trucks came in there, full of concrete, the houses, they didn't try to stop them, I know they're up there.
I mean, you got it.
Oh, if I'd have been there, I would've tried to stop it,
And
cause I'm
you
the one
can't stop
doing.
it.
Well, I mean,
How they gonna build a
technically,
house?
I'm just saying, technically, if you've got a lawn place, there's a reason
I
for it.
mean,
Well, we can put a.
they overload every road in Jacksboro.
There's a sign at the beginning of Mountain Perkins Lane, right when you come across from behind Zaxby's, that has a sign that states the weight limit. When the dump trucks come
What's
through.
that for, a
they
bridge?
ignore it.
Is that a bridge?
No,
No,
sir.
it's a street.
It's a street that goes behind Zaxby's.
12 ton, I think.
And then it goes across.
12 tons the limit.
Who put the sign there?
I guess the city did.
Who put
They
the
put
sign?
signs up.
Well, your
It
guys.
would be a street department sign, so who puts up your street department
take it.
sign?
Same people put up the no parking
Yeah.
sign.
But I mean, every road's overloaded.
I hate it for you guys, but I'm just gonna tell you this much, every one of your all's houses was done the same way these are done, except your all's was built. It was all the same kind of trucks, same kind of, actually, it was probably bigger equipment than mine.
Well,
That's opinions right now. We need facts. We appreciate
Well, no,
you.
that is facts. I've done multiple subdivisions, I do them for manufactured homes, houses and everything. And trees get knocked down, big equipment comes
either way,
in.
you're not gonna convince me, okay? Throwing 5 double wides right up there. And
I'm not putting them there.
I'm not saying it, but you're defending it like you are.
No, I'm just telling you, your house was done the same way. Your house was developed just like any other place ever. It doesn't matter if it was a
Brick
house.
by brick is how mine was built.
That's between you and whoever's putting the house
I'm
there.
done with you.
They got all the bricks in.
Yeah, they had to haul them in, and the bricks weigh more than daggone house. I
I
mean,
know it does. We're gonna have to, but what you need to do is bring the council meeting. Okay? I mean, like,
19,
the 19th, what time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, there'll be a planning commission meeting here, and you're more than welcome to come and we'll, and I talked to the chief myself.
I've got a picture from tonight in front of Twist and Shout where the signs are with cars parked as we were on our way over here.
It's just
Those
a
signs don't
narrow
work.
area to get-
Yeah.
Well, that's already a problem. People parking in the road, that ain't got nothing to do with this.
That absolutely does, if they back out or they're parking on the, but I don't know.
What you're saying is that-
Well, everybody stop for a second. Listen, I live at the next house up, and that is a blind hill. So if you come off of that hill and there's cars there, I hit that car.
I see your
Maybe
point,
it's supposed to be
man,
parked.
but that's
I
existing
understand that.
problem.
I don't work for the city. But I do, because I come from law enforcement, so I understand the process. It is your job to do that. So That's why I asked you that simple question. I'm not here barking orders to you, you're doing a job, totally get it.
Yeah,
I'm not the police, first of all.
But you are the mayor who hires the chief
Well,
of police.
I told the chief of police.
I get that, and I know Danny
We
personally.
radar
I do.
over there too on this issue.
It's just dangerous.
The issue is just, all I was asking, I'm not trying to pick a fight, is the parking
I'm not
issue. If
trying
it comes
to-
out into the road, that is a hill that you come off to. You
Right.
weren't gonna 100% have an accident there.
Listen, I'm not arguing with nobody on
Those are
that.
scientists,
I've told them.
planning commissions, that is a very.
That was the only question I had.
The
This
parking
gentleman
zone.
obviously knows more than anyone in this room currently about this project right now.
I've talked to Patty Everhard, I've talked to, I don't know, I think I talked to Rod Goins. We put some signs, what we had, and they ordered more about people parking on the road.
The signs ain't work, the ground you drive through if you don't have enforcement with it.
But, I mean, listen, I about got in trouble with the police.
Oh, I'm aware, I get it,
When, it ain't like it was years ago, you go do this, you go do that, they have me over here at the DA's office. All I can do is say, hey, do your job, people cause them parking in the road over there. I can't go over there, if I did, I've been drugged through the mud over that was side beside you. An issue that come about, and I'll never do it again. But if I was allowed to write tickets, I promise you, if you would call and I could do it, I'd take time to come over there, just like I take time tonight to come down here. I mean, I'm none of your
all I'm asking is if it's gonna be an issue now,
I
address it
agree.
before you put a home there, and I pull out of my driveway and there's a roll of cars. in it.
Well,
That's all I'm
hopefully,
asking.
if they,
yeah, we was told to make
I hope
sure
they
they had
eat
parking and.
But that
all
is currently an issue, as you come off that hill and past her mother's house, there's cars lined all the way up through there.
like I said, Patty's call, I've had a lot of people call me about it, and I told the police chief, and I've been one day to tell them again, here's a police officer, McCall, I tell him to go over there, if there's vehicles in the road, I can't tell him about them tickets.
I get all
No,
that. I
you
do.
understand?
We share, I promise, we come from the same world. I get
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
All I wanna know is there enough parking? Because I don't know if you've looked at this, it sits like this. So where are you gonna put parking at on the hillside?
I asked Jack Cannon, Scott Nolan, and where these people going, and I asked him, where they gonna park? I feel the same way you do, there's no room there.
There ain't, definitely ain't for 5 homes. or modular homes.
It's 8 foot below the road there. You said, I ain't, hey, listen, I can see a lot of stuff there, you know, just like you're seeing. But I mean, we're trying to correct it, I don't know,
My point was these homes are already, based off the plans that I've seen, are already sitting like this, so how much room do you actually have for parking? That was all I was
they
asking.
ain't gonna,
Is it for a single car, or is it big enough for 10 cars?
I don't see.
It'll
how
have,
you
it'll
can-
be able to be big enough for 2 or 3 cars
That
parking.
was my question.
But I see right there, what you looked at, it looks about like, I mean, that's again, this is just my opinion. I don't know how you can park one car there.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting. But at the end of the day, I don't sit in a position to approve or disapprove. You all do. That was my concern.
I don't approve it, I mean.
Someone in this room, other than the people that are sitting in these red chairs, approve this, is what I'm asking. I can bark all I want to.
The planning commission.
100%. You already approved it. That's why I'm asking you about it.
The planning commission approved,
The planning commission is appointed by the mayor, is it not?
they're appointed by
So,
the
but they don't
county,
answer
the
to
mayor.
you?
I don't care a bit they answer. What do you want to hear? They can't deny it. How many times I gotta tell you, they cannot deny it. Will you quit, man?
But you say they're gonna have.
What's being denied?
Parking spots.
Yeah, at least, so,
There's already
You can't deny these people that put the stuff in there.
Well, who changed the zoning?
Nobody changed no zoning.
They must have.
No, they ain't.
The sheet I had in my home, when I first bought that home I'm on, said that there was not to be anything except the home had to be a wood structure, brick,
Restrictions.
masonry.
That's restrictions. Restrictions.
A
When you buy it,
restriction?
Your homeowners association takes care of that. You police it. We don't. Let's move on. Go to the planning commission. If there's any more problem that the city here can deal with on these.
But you're gonna rescind the building permit until they take care of the flooding issue.
Yes.
Okay, that's, okay.
I have one more question. Are
Yes.
these homes going to be for sale or are they rentals?
they're gonna sell them.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I will tell you this much. once I get done with all your water issues, I'll have the driveways built for the parking and have the sites built the best they are, I'm out of there. If you guys wanna sue them, whatever, that's on you all. I have nothing to do, I'm not even touching the ground for foundations or nothing on the houses. All I am doing is the site prep, getting the house pads ready and making sure they have parking for you guys. That is all I'm doing. And I've been turning around in the cul-de-sac, so I know what he's saying about how, because that's why we've been actually parking on his property, kind of in the ditch, trying to stay out of your old way.
I'm the next house up. You go to gravel driveway, and I'm right there.
Okay, yeah, so we've been turning in the cul-de-sac, and you can probably see where we've been parking. I've told all my guys with trailers and everything to back them, to get them off the road.
I don't have a problem with you, I really don't. Like, I get it, you're getting paid to do a job, this is not yours. We're good.
I hate it for you guys, because I kind of feel like I'm the one tearing your old neighborhood up,
I'm not
but.
the one coming to your voice, okay, I just wanted to know a simple answer.
What everybody's worried about is how it's gonna depreciate your property by putting subpar houses in it.
Well-
Because all those houses have been built, stick built.
Yeah.
They're either brick or
Well,
whatever.
see.
Now you're